Being a software developer is not always as flashy, as beautiful, and all lovely as we make it to be. What's up, everybody? We're back with another video today, and we're touching on a very inspiring topic, I believe. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button there, that bell notification icon, so you get notified when I post new content. And do not forget to leave some comments on the comment section so that I can get to engage with you guys, and like and share this video with your loved one, friends and colleagues, and just everybody that you think they might need this content. Without any further ado, let's just get right into it. One thing that I have realized is that as content creators or software YouTubers, when it comes to software stuff or technical stuff, we touch more on the positive side of it, and on the software part as well, we're touching more on the what is beautiful and what are the beautiful things that we get to experience as software developers, and we're not touching much on the challenges of being a software developer or being a software engineer. They are very intense and serious challenges that we get to encounter on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, or on short-term and long-term run. And these are very important to be aware of so that you can get to manage them as time goes. Otherwise, they become a problem, as time goes by. So we're going to be touching on those. So I have selected 5 top ones that I feel like I have experienced and I have a bit of knowledge around that. So we're going to be touching on those. I'm not an expert on this, but I just believe that I've got a bit of knowledge when it comes to some of this. And if you feel like there's something that I've missed on a specific topic that I'm going to be touching on, please leave it on the comment section, and we'll be engaging from there so that we can get to educate one another. So let's just move right into it. I think while software development can be a rewarding career for many, there are certain challenges and considerations that may make it less suitable for some individuals. And here are some reasons why someone might not want to become a software developer based on the on the points that we're going to be touching on today. And I think for me, the first one for me will be burnout. And I think in the software development environment, it can be very demanding and fast-paced, and often involving working long hours and solving intense problems. And this can lead to burnout or a state of physical and mental exhaustion. And if you are not prepared for the potential stress and pressure that comes with this job, it might become it might not be the right career choice for you, because like I said, you sometimes have to work long hours, you sometimes have to do a lot of things, and the expectations, they think that the higher you go, the higher the level of responsibility comes on your shoulders. So you get to deal with a lot of things, and as a result, this could lead you into a moment of burnout if you're not careful with regards to managing your time and your timelines, your schedules, and how you do your work. So you might fall into a trap of becoming or experiencing burnout, and it's not a right place to be in, because it will take you a lot to step out of that zone of burnout into something different. And the second thing for me is success can become addictive. And why am I saying this? I'm saying this that sometimes we're seeing other people doing good in the same industry that are doing far better than us, and because we want to compete and we want to compare ourselves with them, we end up moving from company to company in pursuit of success. And this doesn't necessarily help us. Yes, we're getting a lot of money, but in real sense, we're not really growing in our career, because we're not becoming an expert in solving certain problems. But we're starting a challenge, and in the middle of the challenge we drop it, and then we jump to a certain one, because industry resolve different different challenges. So in this industry, it is often a high demand for skilled professional. There's a lot of gaps in the market for software developers, and this can lead to what I said, job hopping. And some individuals may find that the constant pursuit of better opportunities and higher salaries to be addictive, which can result in frequent job changes. And if you prefer stability and long-term commitment, this constant movement may not align with your preference. So, and then another one that I think also it is quite challenging and something that needs to be looked at is your technical interview questions or technical interviews versus the reality, because I don't think the expectation on the technical interviews is the same, or is on the same scale or on the same level with the job itself. So with that being said, I think technical interviews in software development can be challenging, like very challenging, and often focusing on theoretical knowledge and problem solving skills. However, like I said, the actual day-to-day work as a developer may involve different aspects, such as your teamwork, your communication, and just dealing with real world constraints and limitations. So if you find the interview process to be disconnected from the reality of the job, it may discourage you from pursuing a career in software development. And the fourth one for me is just becoming or being a senior developer or software developer. It is quite challenging as well, because the expectation it's quite high. And you find that the amount of hours that you put into doing your work becomes so high that it steals away from just you as an individual. So you find that you are working after hours because you're trying to chase deadlines. You are working after hours because the amount of work on your table it's quite large. And sometimes you are working because you need to also keep up with the latest technologies. So that could become very challenging as well if you are working on a specific project and there's something else on the side that you need to learn, which will empower you to be doing the job. So that is quite challenging as well. So yes, you might be a Java developer, or you might be a JavaScript developer, but the frameworks and the tech stacks around that becomes completely different. Because if you are a Node.js developer and there's skills that you would like to learn, like for instance React Native, so you need to be learning that. It's also stealing from your work, which means sometimes you won't be able to do that during the day, so you have to do that in the evening, or you have to do that over the weekends. So now you don't get to spend much time with your families and all that. And that's going to link with the last part, or the last topic, with regards to something that is challenging or that is causing a challenge in the industry of development. So like I said, advancing to a senior developer role requires not only your technical expertise, but also leadership, mentorship. You need your project management skills. Like I said, you're gonna need to be able to manage your time, manage timelines, manage the project itself, and also the people that you are leading as a senior developer. And the expectations and the responsibilities also increase as you progress in your career. So if you prefer to focus solely on your technical task and not taking on your additional responsibilities or managerial role as they call it, becoming a senior developer may not align with your goals. So that's why other people become your intermediate developers or junior developers, because they don't want to take those roles going forward as to becoming a senior and becoming accountable, not only accountable but responsible for other people as well. So those becomes like some of the challenges. And the last one for me, it's socializing. I mean, there's been a lot of narrative, there's a lot of talks around with regards to software developers or programmers to say that they don't have a social life because they are always busy, because they are constantly glued in front of their PCs or in front of their laptops because they are constantly working. So there's been a lot of talks, especially when we're still in school, that software developers do not date because they don't have time to date. They are always busy learning something, or they are always busy coding, they're always building something, they're always trying to solve something. So that could become challenging as well, linking with point number 4, because you're gonna need to be doing something. You need to be learning, you need to adapt, you need to solve something, you need to work on a specific type of job that was assigned to you. So that kind of becomes difficult because you look at the time where you need to be preparing for work, or you need to be working on something, and you like there's a get together with my friends or with my family that I need to attend, and you could be at the get together or linking up with friends, but your mind is still busy working because of the amount of work that you may have and the stress that comes with that. So like I said again, software development can sometimes be perceived as an individualistic and solitary profession. We've learned so many times that most software developers prefer to be on their own, or prefer to work from home, not from the office, because at the office there's a lot of disturbance and all those things. So many times people find themselves in isolated areas and by themselves, and on a later stage they become antisocial because they spend most of their time alone, if not with their PC. So with a significant amount of time spent in front of a computer screen, if you thrive on frequent social interaction and prefer careers that involve extensive team or client facing role, the limited socializing opportunity in software development may not fulfill or may not be fulfilling to you. Like I, for one, I love people, I love to engage with people, I love to talk to people. So the other point that we touched on in terms of the senior developer, it requires you to be able to manage your time and manage your own projects, apart from the project manager that will be assigned by the company to manage the projects. But you need to be able to manage your own time and your own project. So for myself, I do that a lot. And most people will be asking me to say, what time do you work? Because, if you're not on a vacation, if you're not traveling, if you're not doing something adventurous, you are busy. Where do you get the time to work? And for me, it's quite different because I had to come up with my own schedule that helps me and that works for me. So the topics or the conversation that I'm having now might not work for you, it might work for somebody else. So I would decide and cut down my time into 3 spheres. So I've been taught this by one of a great friend of mine, who said that if you are working and in a day you literally have 3 spheres, or three thirds of the day, and you've got your morning, you've got your afternoon and your evening. So one of these thirds belongs to or rather 2 of the thirds belongs to your employer, and then one, so I'm not sweating at you, and then one belongs to you, your family, and all the other things that you do. So basically what it means is that you've got your morning, which is for your employer, you've got the afternoon, which is for your employer, and then the evening, or the last third of the day, belongs to you. So remember, we've got 24 hours in a day, and if we divide that by 3, we've got 888. So and that gives us the overall of a day. So it means that if you are working in the morning and the afternoon, then you have the 8 hour to yourself and your family and all the other things. But if you're working that evening, or you're working in the morning and the evening, then you can take the afternoon off. If you're working in the afternoon and evening, you can take the morning and only start working on a later stage. So that allows you, that works for me, and that is something that I communicate with my employer to say that I can't be able to always give you the entire day. I need time for myself. I need time to to what do you call it, to distress. I need time to socialize. I need time to spend with my family. I need time to spend with my girlfriend. I need time to spend with, friends and people around me. So I need to manage that time for myself, and I need to communicate that. I need to block out time for certain things. Otherwise, I'm always waking. In the evening, I'm always waking, and my girlfriend ended up complaining to say, you always waking and you don't have time for me. You know how women are. They always complaining. But please don't tell her this. Do not tell her that I said she's always complaining. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope the 5 points that I shared with you are very helpful. I'm gonna leave them here on the screen in the order that we touched on. The first one we spoke about burnout, and the second one we spoke about success becomes addictive, which leads to constantly changing jobs. And then we spoke about the technical reality, the technical interview versus reality. We spoke about becoming or being a senior developer. And lastly, we spoke about socializing. So if you managed to watch until this far, I want to take this time and say thank you very much to every single one of you guys. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot. And do not forget to please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that notification bell icon so that you get notified when I post new content, because I promise I will be keeping it on coming and coming and coming and coming. I will try to share as much as I can and do as much research as I can. So if, like I said, there's something that I missed or I didn't go in details with it and you have more knowledge on that, please leave the comments on the comment section so that we can just engage and educate one another. See you guys on the next one. I'm out.